Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the 4 quick tips for dating. And before we get started, I just want to say I realize a lot of you single people out there are just having a really challenging time meeting people and just going out and going meeting a lot of different people. And it's not easy. I was single for 9 years before I got married, and so I understand the challenges, and it's just it can be discouraging at times. We all try to go in with high hopes, and after a few months it still cannot work out. So I just want to offer some quick tips and encouragement to all of you. Don't give up. Okay. And I'll just dive right in at this point. We're going to go over the 4 tips, and they're going to be represented by the spelling of the word date. DATE. Okay. The first one, the letter D, for discernment. Being objective, knowing who you are, what you're looking for, and having the wisdom to know if someone will be compatible with you, and if both of you will be able to meet each other's needs and build a healthy friendship that can deepen into a long-term commitment in the future. Okay, so I think this is important. It's common sense. Why do I say the word for discernment? Is that after a while, for those of you who are new in dating, it may take a few dates to figure out what you're looking for, okay? But for those of us who've been on many dates already, by now you should have a clue of what is it that you're looking for. Because for every relationship that fails, I always say it's not a failure, okay? Because with every relationship you learn. If nothing else, you learn what is it that you don't want so that you know what you do want in a partner. So just I just want to encourage all of you that at this point, think back on all your last relationships that have not worked out, and think about what is it that you are looking for that you don't want. Okay. And so with discernment, is be able to have the wisdom to know that when you meet somebody and you get to know them, you'll know whether they are going to be a good fit for you or not. And I just want to say it's difficult when you are attracted to somebody and the passion is very strong and you really feel a connection with somebody, and you find them very attractive. It's easy to get lost in that moment and to kind of lose objectivity and not know what you're looking for. Well, I'm here to encourage you all that before you go on your the next date, I want you to stop for a moment and think about your past relationships and what didn't work and what worked, and what is it that you're really looking for in somebody that would be you consider as a compatible partner. Okay? And the main thing I do want to stress also is that I want you all to think about focusing on the friendship first. Now, I know you've heard me talk about this in my previous videos, but it's really important to focus on the friendship first. Um, um, If you're new to dating, I invite you to check out my 2 videos, my previous videos, Finding the Right Partner and the 4 Stages of a Relationship. Those 2 videos are very good videos because they will give you some preparation on how to date successfully so you don't have to make the mistakes that a lot of us have made. So for those of you who are new and are dating, I would highly recommend you take some time and go back and look at those 2 videos, Finding the Right Partner and the 4 Stages of a Relationship. It will really help you to get, a structure in your mind of what to expect. Okay? And that will also help you out too, because when you do find someone that you're attracted to, you'll be able to be objective and remember the things that were said in the video and what to expect, what the stages of a relationship are, so that you don't rush into the stages, because the stages will actually help you grow the relationship and the friendship, and to see if the compatibility is actually there before you make a commitment. So that would be very helpful. And so why am I stressing friendship? Well, because friendship, to me, is the foundation of a relationship. Okay. And you can't have a successful relationship if the friendship's not there. As a matter of fact, most marriages that fail or partnerships that fail is because there's been a failure or breakdown of the friendship. Or if you rushed into getting into commitment with your partner too soon without having to build the friendship first, then you run the risk of finding out later that you aren't compatible and you really even not even good friends. And at that point, when the friendship fails, the relationship ultimately fails. So I want to just go back to the basics, and I want to just, encourage all of you to focus on the friendship first. And if you can, take the time, take the couple months to get to know somebody really well. And then maybe at that point, if you feel that person's compatible, maybe at that point, go into the physical intimacy of relationship. Because folks, even if you kiss somebody, kissing is an intimate act. I can't speak for the men, but for us women, it's a very intimate act. And so whenever, if you do get into physical intimacy too soon, you could possibly lose objectivity, and then now you're faced with feelings of this physical connection that sometimes can translate into a feeling as if you're really in love. And then a lot of us who are in love, we begin thinking that this must be the right person. So then we end up skipping all the stages of a relationship, and we end up wanting, at that point, the focus is physical intimacy, and then wanting to get married or go into a long-term commitment. And that's not the wisest thing to do, folks. Okay, so I would highly suggest that you focus on the friendship, and then introduce the physical intimacy later, after you already have decided this person would be a good fit for you and compatible. Okay. And I also encourage you singles to get my latest, one of my previous books I wrote, Kissing Frogs No More, The Secret of Finding Prince Charming. This is not gender specific. This book is also for you men as well, if you're looking for your princess. Okay. This is a very short read. The book is not, it won't take you that long to read it, but I highly recommend, for those of you who are new to dating, or those of you who have been dating and still have not had any luck finding the right person, I would recommend you get this book. It will help you to think about the compatibilities, um, what kind of person to look for that would be your compatible partner, and then basically how to date successfully so you can find your right partner. Okay, so when you get a chance, check it out. You can find the link to purchase this book in my link section on my profile for my channel. Or you can just go to Amazon.com and just plug in the title of the book, Kissing Frogs No More. Okay? So just want to bring that to your attention. Okay. The next letter is A, ask questions. This is for both men and women. Ladies, you don't need to feel afraid to speak up and ask questions. Believe it or not, women in general are natural in socializing and having conversations. When it comes to relationships, some men may be clueless, and those men would appreciate a woman who knows what she wants so that he doesn't have to guess what she's thinking. So this is critical. I just want to take a moment here and talk about this real quick. I know a lot of us women feel shy when we go on dates. We feel we don't want to say anything. We just feel kind of, um, I don't know. I just want to say shy, right? And so we tend to kind of keep quiet, and we don't really speak our minds, right? And I just want to say, not all men are going to be the initiator. They're not going to be the aggressor. Okay, some men are shy too. So I would highly recommend, for all you women out there, don't be afraid to speak up. There are men out there who do appreciate a woman who knows what she wants, someone who is assertive and maybe a little aggressive. Okay, and that's not a bad thing, within reason, of course, right? But I would highly recommend you women to, if you, especially if you know what you're looking for, to feel free to just speak up and ask questions. Okay, the dating is really the time to get to know somebody really well, and the only way that you're going to know them well is to speak up, is to ask questions, to find out everything you can about them, and for you, and for them to find out about you as well. Um, so for those of so for those of you men and women who know what you're looking for, think of this as a job interview. Find out as much as you can about your partner and see if there's enough common ground to continue the relationship. I know some of you women are shy, but it's okay to speak up, to ask questions. I just said that. And men, the same goes for you as well. If you know what you're looking for, feel free to ask your partner questions. Okay? So I know a lot of times all of you feel kind of awkward, especially on a first date. You know, it's kind of exciting, and you have the butterflies in your stomach, and you're just kind of nervous, right? You're just nervous energy. Well, and you don't, and truthfully, a lot of you don't know what to say, right? It's just awkward when you meet someone the first time. You don't know them, they don't know you, and you just don't know how to break the ice. Well, one of you who already, if one of you have questions in mind already, just go ahead and start speaking up. Ask some questions. And that will break the ice, and then hopefully that'll break the ice for the both of you, and then your partner can then at that point feel more comfortable and start asking questions as well. But this is very important, folks. It's important that we uh, get ourselves out of our comfort zone. We push ourselves out of our comfort zone for those of us who are shy, and just begin asking questions. Um, so I would encourage you to do that. Okay. Next one is T for trust your gut instinct. Don't second guess yourself. If you sense something is off or you can't be yourself around a new partner, listen to your body language and how you're feeling. It's not your imagination if you immediately feel something doesn't feel right. Sometimes we want something to work out so much that we ignore the gut instincts inside. So be sure to pay attention to your gut feelings. Okay, I hear about this a lot from both men and women. Okay, they go on a date or two, and then they ask the questions. Well, uh, I I'm not sure if this person is the right person for me. It doesn't feel right. Well, folks, go with your gut. I always tell them, advise people, go with your gut instincts. Okay, and it's difficult sometimes, especially if you're with someone that you find very attractive, and I know most of us who do find people attractive, we want that relationship to work out so much, right? We've been in the dating field for a long time. We may be a little bit lonely, and we really want this to work out. We don't want to strike out again. But let me tell you folks, it's not worth the trade-off if you settle, or if you know this person, you just have it in your gut instinct that this person is not the right person for you. Don't force it. Do not force the relationship. Okay. I would always, most people that don't trust their gut instincts, they always live to regret it later. So I would just encourage everyone to trust your gut instincts. Okay. Okay. E, expect the best. It's all about attitude, being positive, exuding happiness, being unassuming, having an open mind to meet new people and seeing if a meaningful friendship can develop. Smile and have fun when meeting new people and be hopeful. Okay? So expecting the best, it really is about attitude, folks. I've heard of situations where people go on a first date and when their date walks in, they just look absolutely miserable. I hear that from men. Men and women both actually. They can tell, or if a guy's not happy, they will sit there and complain the whole time about their past, and it's just a negative experience. And guys, same thing. If guys meet women that are just not happy with themselves and they're not positive, everything that they talk about is negative, it's not going to attract your partner. And so I would just be cognizant of always to have that positive attitude, expect the best, okay? Even though you may have gone on ten dates in the last several months and it all bombed, okay? The relationship didn't work out or they weren't the right person, and it doesn't matter, okay? It's important that you still have to put your best foot forward. You go on this date because you never know. You might meet the love of your life, but it won't be successful if you go in there with a negative mindset, okay? Or expecting the worst, or just waiting for the other shoe to drop, right? How many of us have been so disappointed that we're just waiting for the next relationship to fail, and it's just not a good healthy attitude to have when you're going on your first date. Because let me tell you folks, you've heard the phrase, you don't get a second chance to make a good first impression. Remember that. You don't get a second chance to make a good first impression. So I would encourage all of you to always treat every date with enthusiasm and positivity. Okay, go in there with a can-do attitude and expect the best. Okay, In summary, I just want to say good friends are hard to find, and finding the right partner is very much like finding a good friend. We need to be patient, and when a relationship doesn't work out, we need to move on and keep trying. Folks, please keep in mind there are 8.2 billion people in the world. So there's no reason why we can't be positive and hopeful that we'll meet a lot of nice people and eventually find the right partners for ourselves. Keep smiling and keep the faith. Okay? So, like I said, this has been a short video. I just felt the need to offer some encouragement to all of you. And for those of you who are new to dating, um, I welcome you also um, take the opportunity to think about everything that we talked about today, and like I said, check out my 2 videos, look at the book I wrote. All that will help you prepare for us for to date successfully, and that's important. Okay, and so I hope the video has been helpful. If you like it and you can resonate, please click like, click share. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can be notified of all my future videos. And I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.